What's going on, everyone? Juicebags here, and welcome back to some Dungeon Defenders 2. One of the changes in the Seas of Dragonfall update were with the Fireworks, the lovely Firework cannon from the Initiate. This one now always shoots 3 fireworks, no matter what. So if there's only one target, you're going to have 3 fireworks go out and blast that one target, which is definitely a nice buff. It would hit multiple fireworks with multiple targets prior. However, now it has got the 3 all the time. For this setup, we're going to go with Concentrated Pyrotechnics, Destruction, and Mass Destruction. I got real mixed emotions on this one. The reason being is, it's all about that AoE damage and getting that nice AoE burst out there. The fall off is already pretty extreme at the end of the explosion radius. This is going to make it even more extreme. We are going to get that damage boost for the direct hit, though, and we're just going to take the risk on the damage fall off on this one. We're going to pair this up with some Viper's Fangs. I'm going to use Accumulator, Hardened, and Defense Rate Servo with Automation, Juggernaut, and Auto Repair System. Now, this one, arguably automation. This defense only attacks once every 5 seconds. So it's not going to get a massive value out of automation, but also remember that automation also works as tenacity. So we are going to get the benefit of tenacity along with the automation on our Viper's Fangs. And with that in mind, since we've got the Mystic in deck, we're going to go ahead and go with the Aimbot Mystic here. I'm using a Shadow Flame Knife with Healthy Crit and Crit Chance. Now, remember, this is not a big DPS build. It's more of a lazy mode build that just allows you to kind of spam daggers around the map. So you're not going to get real high damage output out of this one as far as single target damage per second, but you will get really exceptional damage done over the course of the map, as those daggers are just going to bounce around everywhere. Now for this one, we're going to wall it up as kind of normal here, right at the top of the stairs with some Viper's Fangs. We're going to go ahead and give the Viper's Fangs a Reflect Beam. We're going to give it a little range pylon along with that health pylon here on the Reflect. So that should help those out quite a bit. Let's take a look at what kind of DU we have left over afterwards and see how many fireworks we can get down. This is kind of the ultimate fireworks show map, no doubt. It was one of my favorites for making your retinas burn in Dungeon Defenders 1, and that has continued in Dungeon Defenders 2, for sure. Now, we're going to go with, we'll put a buff beam kind of right across the ledge like that. We'll do that everywhere. I'm trying to get the fireworks up in the air a little bit. Ideally, I feel like I'd like to place them, like, maybe down here. But I think they're going to have a little line of sight issues with the rail. So by placing them like this, we're going to get them up on the rail. They're still in range of the buff beam there. And then we'll put one straight down the middle that still gets the buff beam. That will give us, some line of sight, and will also give us that single target when enemies are pushing up towards the wall. Now, we're angling these over to help a little bit with the flyers. However, I do feel like we're going to have to pay attention to the flyers on this one. We're going to have to see if these fireworks can keep up, even with the triple targets now. But we will angle it over to give a little bit more friendliness with the flyer help. So the 2 outsides completely angled over, and then the inside going varied ways. Now we got what? We still have to get our destructive pylon down. We can just throw that kind of right in the front, something like this. We'll get that done for us. And what is that going to leave us? We've got 110 left, which is just shy of being able to put down 3 boost stars. So I think what I'll do is I'll put a boost star on the 2 outside lanes, and then we'll leave the inside lane kind of as our weak lane. We got 30 DU left over, can kind of do with that whatever we want. I'm not going to spend it. However, you could just kind of throw in whatever you want there with that remaining 30 DU. Let's go ahead and let it fly and check it out. Now, like I said, using that Shadow Flame is not going to give me big damage, but it's going to give me the benefit of aiming there and still hitting enemies. So Definitely has that aimbot quality of life associated with it, no doubt. I think we're actually going to completely shred here. Yeah, I can't imagine having any problem at all with this. Now, the downside with the Mystic Walls is that attack rate once every 5 seconds. The upside is it provides you an extra amount of CC, and just does cruel and unusual things to the chieftains. So if you're having problems with chieftains, you might want to consider trying out the Mystic Walls. The werewolves are so incredibly powerful. I think anyone that has the werewolves is not having problems with chieftains anyway, or the training dummies for that matter. But the Mystic Walls do exceptionally well against those. Looking at the minimap, we don't really have anything that is pushed up. Let's actually not shoot for a minute. Kind of just see how the lane clear is going here versus the wall damage. Very little damage on the walls, and it is clearing the lane. We're not seeing, anything really making it up into a danger zone where it's going to slap directly on the walls. Even the Zerks just get mowed down. So, I mean, the Fireworks cannon is definitely doing the damage. If we take a look at the damage done here, 360 million. What, about almost 300 million there, 300 million, 400 million. That one actually looks like it's not getting many shots off. Quite a bit on these other two, so maybe I got a little suspect placement on that one. Not getting a whole lot of damage in there. Keeping an eye on these flyers. The flyers got killed that time, but I do think I'm going to want to keep an eye on those throughout the remainder of the run here. And then, of course, our range is not absolutely glorious. So with that in mind, we are probably going to have some hex throwers and stuff as well that we're going to have to pay a little bit of attention to. Let's just go ahead and even out the upgrades all the way around. Let's get that middle guy. We got 800 left. Just give everything one more. We'll leave it one light on our weak lane, and we'll keep an eye on that one. Actually, we're going to have to leave it one light right there as well. And let it fly here. So we'll do it again. We'll look at it again without firing. Although the aimbot Mystic does do really, really decent map-wide DPS, it's not incredibly huge numbers. So you could kind of compare it to, I think, something like if you had a flame aura that covered a large portion of the map. It's probably going to do about that much damage. Not a ton of damage here. Of course, this one is based off of the hero health and the poison secondary, so that is what we're stacking up. Oops, and here I said I wasn't going to shoot. Habits. The second I get on my Mystic, I just want to hold down right-click. We got a Cyclone Shaper making its way up. Let's see how that Shaper holds up. But I think for the most part, it's pretty smooth and easy sailing here. Now, I definitely don't think that the Fireworks cannon is ever going to make the jump into a meta defense. I mean, it is fire damage, so you could get a little more damage out of this by combining it with, like, oh, in fact, that's what I should have done. You know what? I think I'm going to do it. Let's try to get some oil going here. The oil, I think, was hotfixed, but we're going to have to check it and see if we are getting the ignite off of the oil. We got that 30 DU left over. We can get rid of this middle Fireworks cannon and add the new shiny crab cannon in right there, which will be a nice fun addition for the final waves here. Like I said, I'm not sure if it is working properly for the ignite combo, but if it is, we're going to be getting free ignites, which is just a free damage boost, so nothing wrong with that. Got one little sneaky flyer coming in, and then a few more enemies trapped down here. we can get rid of all those with just our lovely bouncing daggers here. All right, so let's do that. Let's do that just for fun. Let's throw in a artillery crab cannon. What do we got there? We got the giant shells. We got defense rate here already. Why don't we go with a destruction? I actually have another mass destruction, but where did I put it? I'm not sure where I put it. See, I don't have... no, we got one being used there. We'll just leave that... you know what? We'll do this. Obviously, the right choice is mass destruction in there, but I don't feel like looking. We will get rid of that middle fireworks cannon, and instead, we'll throw a little crabby cannon in. Of course, oil and fire equals ignite, which is going to give you that raw damage boost. I hope this works. I'm excited to see how this works out. Let's hop back on the lovely Mystic here, though, as I do want to play her actively. We'll just spam it around here on the rest of the upgrades. Good to go, and let's check it out. Now, we will have to see here if we're getting that ignite. Now, we also get a nice heavy hitter in the lane. Big single target damage with that explosion. So, I mean, I think this is just going to blast. Everything is dying super quick. Okay, that chieftain definitely did not get ignited. Or did it? No. Does not look ignited at all. So, I'm assuming that one still needs a little attention there on that oil. But yeah, man, these are just blasting. Absolutely blasting. Those crab cannons actually pack quite the punch. They do have a damage triple stack with mass destruction and destruction, plus an explosion radius increase. And the explosion radius is quite nice on it. That is for sure. For splash damage, I guess I should say. Not an actual explosion. Well, that's not the right button. What do we got? We got an ogre, we got a captain. Let's focus on the captain first. Then we'll think about that ogre. Now, my poison from my daggers combined with the earth damage from the crab, of course, are giving us the petrify combo as well. So, little extra crowd control in there. The ogre actually got wrecked. And I didn't even see him getting wrecked. I do love this dagger. I wish it was a little bit better, but I also recognize the fact that if it was too much better, it would probably be a little bit over the top. But as far as just getting damage done throughout the map, this thing does an incredible job. I mean, it's going to have just everything in an area with those dot ticks just going with the poison. $100 mobs left. We are getting there. Big old flyer push coming in. Well, it looked like the other side's flyers actually got handled. Little Plaguing Hawk action, and then we will be just about there. Now, you see that Plaguing Hawk, as soon as it gets into range, it just gets evaporated. So I don't see any changes to like meta status with the Firework cannons. However, if it is a hero you like to use or a tower that you like to use, definitely quite viable. It was viable before, but even more so now with that recent change in the last update. But that will do it for now. Thanks an absolute ton for watching, and I will see ya next time around. Take it easy.